We will now have the recognition and presentation of awards. If the Reverend Ray McKinnon would come forth at this time, and Reverend Brandon Rencher. Pastor of the South Tryon Community Mission and the Good Neighbor Movement.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There they are.
Amen.
All right. It is a great honor to be able to present this award to folks who I consider mentors, friends, comrades in the struggle for freedom and justice and mercy. And so I'd like to invite forward Reverend Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, and is Wesley here? Okay. And all those who represent the Beloved Community Center. Yeah. Louis Brandon, Mr. Dale, thank you so much. And if you know anything about the history of deep faith and justice work in this state, and especially in the Triad, you know that the Beloved Community Center has been on the front lines for many, many years. And so we honor you and we thank you for your witness. And yeah, I'm just so delighted to be able to present this award to you. Yeah.
Amen.
Dr. King was never content to just have our faith impact those who come to church. Dr. King always saw as the mission of Christians to ensure that what we read in Scripture is embodied by our actions. Dr. King understood that in order for that beloved community to become a reality, we couldn't just go to church. We had to see that justice happened in the streets. We had to see that justice happened with the workers. We had to see that justice rolled down wherever we were, and through it all we pushed through. So it is my honor this morning to present to the Poor People's Campaign, representatives from the Poor People's Campaign, this award honoring your commitment to persevering in spite of adversity given by the Justice and Reconciliation team. So if members of the Poor People's Campaign could come forward. I was asked to read this because this makes us think of the Poor People's Campaign, and we're in Winston-Salem, so it makes sense to read something by Mother Maya Angelou, Still I Rise. And this reminds me of the Poor People's Campaign. And Reverend Barber, you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want me to be broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, because I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air I'll rise. I'll not say this verse because I don't want to get in trouble with the good reverend of this pastor, of this church. Out of the hurts of history's shame, I rise. Up from past rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping wide. Welding and swelling, I bear the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. And the Poor People's Campaign remind us every day what it means to rise in the face of adversity, what it means to rise when folks want to have us down, what it means to rise, especially for workers who are trying to be beaten down. So on behalf of the Justice and Reconciliation team, thank you for reminding us to rise. Thank you for reminding us that we are the vision and the hope of the enslaved people. Thank you. Amen.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. It's a great privilege to be here. We bring you greetings on behalf of Reverend Dr. Bishop J. Barber II and Reverend Dr. Bishop Dr. Liz Theo Harris, and on behalf of the Poor People's Campaign and the State Coordinating Committee. We at the Poor People's Campaign want to inform not just the nation but the world of our moral obligation. Reverend Dr. King stated that freedom is not given by the oppressor, but it is demanded by the oppressed. So today, the Poor People's Campaign picked up the baton where Dr. King had left it for us. In order for us to rise, we must be heard. In order for us to rise, we must embrace the theology of we are our brother's keeper. So therefore, the Poor People's Campaign accepts this recognition on behalf of the people that have been speaking against systemic racism, systemic poverty, ecological devastation, the war economy, militarism, and the false moral narrative spoken by the leaders of our nation. The Poor People's Campaign will not commemorate Dr. King. The Poor People's Campaign intends to fulfill the mission that he started in 1968 in our lifetime. It is our moral obligation to rise. And it is the organizer in me that has to do a call to action. On June 20, 2020, the Poor People's Campaign will march into DC because it is when we will know and the primaries will be over as to who will represent this nation. The Poor People's Campaign will raise the people's agenda in DC on June 2020. If you want to show the world what a humane and civilized society looks like and adhere to the values that Dr. King left for us, march with us on June 2020. You can find us on the poorpeoplescampaign.org, click on the map for North Carolina, and reserve your seat for a bus that heads on June 20, 2020 to DC. Thank you. God bless you.
We invite you, as we always say with the Poor People's Campaign, forward together and not one step back.
The words. Amen. Can we give them another hand? Such a worthy cause. We thank God for you this afternoon. We are now called Mrs. Tina McClendon to come forward as we have awards for the Youth Essay Contest, and Reverend Ronnie Roseborough.
Good morning. Good morning. We're going to start with the elementary group first. And before I begin to give the names out, I would like to take an opportunity to move forward and talk about 2021. we only had a few persons to register or to submit even an essay. We're asking that all these beautiful faces out here go back to your church. We will also do this next year, so we'll have a whole lot of people and bless a whole lot of youth. So as we talk about moving forth and talk about our future, our youth are our today. So we want to let them know that they are very much a part of our embracing our adversity and our changing of our community. We want them to know that we too appreciate them. So we would like them to also be a part of this glorious opportunity. So next year, we'd like to have a whole lot of people to participate. Thank you. For first, I would like to, if the youth are not here or their parents are not here, if their pastor or a lay speaker or someone from their congregation will come up and accept this gift and hold on to this gift, because this gift has green things inside that you use at Merchants, so hold on tight. First, Mrs. Harper Lanier. She's in the 3rd grade, and she's from St. Stevenson United Methodist Church. So is anyone? Oh, sure, go get her. Thank you. Okay, we have another elementary school contestant as well, from St. Matthew's United Methodist Church, and that's Jessica Lewis. Is she or someone from her church here? All right, we'll take the pastor. Well, Pastor, while you're right here standing, so Jessica and our brother was brave enough to do it. So we also have a gift for her brother who's in the 8th grade, Joshua Lewis. So, Pastor, would you receive this too? Hopper? For our high school students, we had 3 contestants, and we did categorize this as 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Our 1st place person is Mr. Donovan Withers from Memorial United Methodist. This young man put some words on a piece of paper, very encouraging for me to read. So thank you very much. Amen. Our 2nd place winner is Mr. Belton Felton from New Goshen in Greensboro. Thank you very much for your essay. And Miss Jada Norris from Brown Chapel. Jada texted me and told me her computer was broke. She texted, she screenshotted. She was determined to get her essay through. So great effort from Miss Jada. No one's here from Brown Chapel? All right, we'll make sure she gets that. Thank you.